I know.
Dude,
It feels weird. I'm like, how do we start this again?
I know, right? How do we start our podcast? Season 2.
Do. We're back, baby.
We're back, baby.
Oh, listen.
Oh God, everyone just clicked away. Sorry.
We're back.
We're back, and welcome to the Brew Queens.
Brew Queens.
Yes, we are still on that shit season 2, baby.
Oh my gosh. And then, yes, you get to see our faces. So
This
if you're
is
listening,
what we look like.
so if you're just listening to the audio, I'm sorry, but you don't get to see it. But if you're on YouTube, you get to see our face.
See our faces. I guess we should say who we are then. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You know, which one's which.
Awkward turtle.
So
I'm Kat.
You're Kat. And I'm Dre. I don't know if I looked into the camera when I did that.
Now you get to see where the faces meet the voices.
You get to see the real queens behind the brew. That's what you do. You at home.
Mm-hmm.
You at home.
Oh
my gosh. Oh yeah, by the way.
Beauty filter this. Hold on. I can't. I can't.
Oh my god.
No. No. Okay, Dre, you do yours.
Well,
here it goes.
Mine's backwards. Well, I'm in mirror view right now because of the way the camera is set up. When I'm like looking at Katie, if I don't mirror it, it makes me look like I'm looking the other way. So just imagine that this is the other way around.
Oh, there you go. Yours like shadows it out and like.
I know, isn't that great? Hello.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so cool.
Hell yeah.
Look at you, you bad self. Don't
look
even.
At me. Well, tell me what's in your cup, Miss Ma'am.
I have in my delicious cup that Dre bought me, Brew Queens. I have my hibiscus wild berry tea.
Oh my goodness, the epitome of health you are. Why am I Yoda now?
Dre, what do you have in your cup?
I want you to take the most wild guess you could possibly take.
White Claw.
Oh, you're so close though. Try one more time.
Corona.
No, it's Malibu rum and Red Bull.
Oh my god. Girl, you know what time it is? And you're drinking a Red Bull? Like, who are you?
I am me.
Oh my god.
Me. No, dude.
We are back.
We're back.
I know it's been so long, guys, and I hope that you guys are ready to hear the crazy stories we have and see our faces.
Yes.
It's weird because now that we're doing our faces, like showing our faces, we have to like do something about it. Like I can't just roll up in like a sweatshirt, sweatpants and looking like I just rolled out of bed. I have to be like,
yeah,
somebody's gonna see me. This shit's gonna be on the internet. I gotta do something about it.
This is the first time I've done my hair since Thanksgiving, I think. TBH. This is the first time I've ever done it like this. So I'm surprised it doesn't look like shit. It looks a little bit like shit. That's okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just like sprayed water in my hair and just started like running my fingers through it because I have to wear my hair up for work. So I had like that bump.
Oh god, yeah. Oh god, I forgot.
I was trying to like hide it with waves.
Yeah.
But like you can't really tell with the filters, so.
Girl, I have day old hair and I went through 2 workouts today and 2 workouts yesterday. So like my hair is like very greasy and like Batiste comes through like no one else. Batiste always has my back. So
I tried using that stuff. I can't. It just makes my hair look chalky. Yeah.
Yeah. As a blonde / light brown haired person, it does work out. Like if you are going to use Batiste, you have to use the one that's for like brown hair. But yeah, other than that, I would suggest PhD dry shampoo. We're not to recommendations yet, but just so you know.
I just shower every day and wash my hair every day. I'm not saying like you don't shower every day, but I'm just like, my hair gets so incredibly greasy so fast that I have to shower every day. I am super sensitive to smells. So if I can't even get like a slight whiff of myself, I go, oh, so I just shower.
Yeah. Well, I take, let me clarify. I take body showers every day, but because my hair is so fine that washing it every day just makes my split ends come faster. So I try to just wash it every other day, but.
Anyways, girl, what did you do on our break away from Brew Queens?
Oh, well, I celebrated a couple holidays like the rest of Americans. And I guess my big thing is I became a hypocrite and I traveled to Utah and Arizona for Christmas. And so of course it was all COVID, like socially distanced as much as possible, except for the airport, because we just toured national parks. So what better way to like avoid people than being outside in huge ass national parks? And like, I would have to go through my phone to see all the ones that we went to. But that was a lot of fun. Fun fact, if you would like to complain about the COVID measures in your hometown or your state, then don't ever go through a Native American reservation, because I think I told you this, Kat, but all the stores close at 7. Like they can only be in business from 7 to 7, and then like everyone has to be off the road by 8. And like when we were driving from Phoenix to our first stop in northern Arizona, that was Navajo Nation, and we got there like just after 7, and we had to pee and we were hungry, and like basically we were SOL, and we had to like eat our snacks for dinner because literally everything was closed. So that was really, really interesting to experience. You know, living in Tennessee, it's like the complete opposite. Like I went to Walmart this morning and maybe like, I don't know, half the people in there had masks on. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but it was really, really nice to go back to Arizona because I love Arizona, and just, you know, hanging out with my bro-in-law and my sis and my family, it was nice. So what did you do?
I didn't do anything. I literally, I just took time for myself. I finished my class. So I'm taking a break this semester because classes are really expensive. So I have to save up some money so I can pay for my semester again.
Yep.
I got a puppy, but everybody saw I got a puppy.
The biggest news of 21.
I got a puppy.
Woo!
I've been really wanting a dog, and I really wanted somebody to like, I needed something for Einstein because Einstein is like lonely all the time and he needs somebody there for him. And I'm like, what better way for him for like when the puppy gets older is to have like another dog.
Right.
And it kind of worked out that they kind of like each other. He doesn't know, like Einstein doesn't really know how to play with Mochi because he's so small, but once he gets bigger, they'll have, you know, their little crazy time, and it's gonna be so cute, and I'll take so many videos. I'm so excited.
Well, tell the listeners, one of my lights just went out. Lols. Well, tell the listeners what breed Mr. Mochi is.
I got a pug.
He's a pug.
He's so cute. He's a fawn pug.
Yay.
And I know when I tell people it's like 50-50, they either go, oh, why'd you get a pug? Or, oh my God, you got a pug. People just don't really like pugs. I don't know why. They're really like adorable. They have like that like stinky face and the wrinkles, and they're so compact, and they're got all those wrinkles, and I don't know. I love it. I love it. And I told myself I was not going to get another big dog. No more big dogs. Einstein kind of ruined it for me. I need something that like is smaller, that like if I go and get an apartment, like I won't have any issues.
That's literally what I was about to say. It's like, it's so hard nowadays to get like any big breed unless they're super fucking docile into an apartment. And so, you know, you and I are going to be apartment living for a while because, like, you know, if my cat already didn't have jealousy issues with my other cat, like I would have 3 cats, but no apartment complex also wants more than 2 pets. It's garbage.
Yeah, and there's like a weight limit. So Einstein needed to go on a diet anyways, but like my apartment is like a 60-pound weight limit.
Yeah.
For per animal, and Einstein's like 70. But that was
enough.
like the last time I took him to the vet, like an hour ago. Jeez, a year ago. A year ago, he was 70 pounds. But he's been on a diet. He's been working out. He's been doing better than I have.
He's been hitting those reps, getting that cardio. He's doing it. He has indeed.
He is. Hopefully he gets to the point where he's back to what he should be, because he was getting a little too big for his health sake. Not that I don't think he's adorable being chunky. He just, for his health concerns, he needs to lose some weight.
Yeah, the vet said the same thing about Ari. She's 13 pounds and she needs to lose a pound this year. So we're trying to work on it, but
it's hard.
It's hard. She's a super docile cat, and nothing really gets her to play much, though I did find actually my Rover found a toy that she really likes. And so I have to be the one that's not lazy and like run around with her and play with her.
That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, that's what I did. Nothing super exciting. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But we have some pretty big things for this season. You know, we have obviously our faces. And we're going to probably try to do a little bit more like reaching out, trying to do some, collabs with people and get into some juicy topics of conversation.
Like much like we did last year. I know when we first started this podcast, one of the first questions my sister asked was, so are you going to have guests? And I was like, oh, so you want to be a guest then? But she has had a super interesting life. So that could be someone. We can invite someone else from a different podcast, though I don't really know anyone. But yeah, we can do the darn thing. And this season will probably be a lot longer than the last season. So buckle up.
We're definitely doing shorter episodes too. So we don't bore you and put you to sleep on your nice car ride or whatever, your workout, whatever you're doing.
Whatever you be feeling.
We got you for a half an hour.
Half an hour. We're saying 30 to 45 minutes, just giving us a little bit of a window in case we really get into a topic. We'll go 45 minutes. Otherwise, we'll try to hit 30. So we're already 15 minutes in, my guy. We haven't talked about shit hardly. So.
Okay. Well, let's get down to the business.
We're back,
baby. We're back when we got some important topics to talk about. Obviously, we got to talk about the big thing for today, because today is Monday. We all know what Monday is for today. It's MLK Day.
MLK Day. Rest in power, Mr. King.
All you government workers, people who work for the schools, you all get the day off. As hospital workers and other people too, we don't get the day off, which I wish it would at least be observed.
Yes. I did get the day off, which was nice. Not gonna lie, I was a little bored with my 3-day weekend. So I'm kind of excited to go, not like excited, but I'm like, okay, at least I get to go back to work tomorrow because I have something to do besides try to piddle my time. But that's what happens when you don't have kids and you just have cats. You're just like, I don't know what to do. But yeah.
I know. Before the podcast started, I was literally like bouncing my pug, like holding him in like a swaddle because he was whining. And he wants to cuddle. And I'm trying to like break him of the whole attachment because he's like really attached to me. And I want him to not have separation anxiety. And Dre and I were talking about that. And I'm like trying to get him to self-soothe and be okay with being on his own. So I'm doing like small increments of time. Yeah. Of like him trying to be okay with himself being on his own.
Yeah. You definitely do not want, like, if you can avoid it at all costs, having any animal with separation anxiety, because it's stressful for everyone, but You know, if you're one of those like super dope people who like adopts like a dog or a cat with separation anxiety and you figure out how to handle it, like all the power to you. But I'm just like, nah, bro. I got cats for a reason. I got to be able to leave my apartment. So,
All right.
hmm.
Topics of the day.
Topics. Oh, the day.
So there's been a lot of stuff going on that I've seen on the internet.
The internet never quits.
The internet never stops. There's things going on left and right. Obviously, we have Biden was officially, you know,
He's officially our president. Yes.
officially elected as our president.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole catastrophe of storming the Capitol. There was people being put on the terrorist list for storming the Capitol.
As they should.
And people wanting to be pardoned by Trump. Trump being impeached twice.
Oh, yeah. I've almost forgot about that.
Being impeached twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just, the news has been blowing up.
Yes.
Just like the whole time on break when we were gone, I was like, okay, excuse me, but what the fuck? Like what the fuck is going on?
It as a person who, you know, this year, since it's not an election year anymore, like I am going to tone it way down on the politics versus last season, but like still as a person so involved in politics, like it has been so tough to keep up with everything that's been happening like every single day. And when the terrorist attack essentially happened. Yeah. I mean, let's not mince words here. When the terrorist attack happened on January 6th, like I was in the office and like just constantly refreshing my Twitter feed, be like, oh my God, what the hell is happening? And like going to my coworkers and I'm like, guys, the government we work for is like literally under attack right now. And like everyone in the office was just like, and I'm like, oh my, y'all, this is a big fucking deal. And like we're still dealing with the repercussions weeks later. And like people wanting to get pardons, like, fuck you. Like,
I remember when I heard the news that there was like the terrorist attack on the Capitol. I was in the lab and I was just finishing up working with some specimens. I can't really like specify what I was working on.
Yeah.
But I just got finished doing work and somebody over, and I think it was in cytology, came over and was like, you need to get on your phones now. I know we're not supposed to have phones in the lab, but you need to get on your phones now. The Capitol's being stormed. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, is it actually being stormed? And so my boss is like, you're fine. You can pull up your phone. So I pulled out my phone. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I saw like all the stuff, like police opening the barricades and things like that. Just really like outlandish things that were, I'm just like, what the hell is going on right now?
Yeah, removing barricades, like politely like showing them where to go, taking fucking selfies with them. Other members of Congress being like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw some rioters getting tours from other congressmen like a day or two before, which could have had nothing to do with the riot, you know what I mean? They could have just been like, I don't know, being like, hey, you're far right, I'm far right. Let's have a tour. Like, I don't fucking know. But, and then like all of this bullshit calls for unity from the Republican Party, being like, we shouldn't impeach Trump because it's just going to further divide the country. And I was like, no, it's called fucking accountability. Like, if a Democrat would have done this, would have allowed for this to happen, you would have said, put their heads on a pole, put them in the fucking guillotine. And it's just like, it's super frustrating to watch. And, you know, I am glad that, you know, the impeachment did go through, but like the Senate isn't going to vote on it until after the inauguration, which doesn't really serve the point. But I will say, if he does get impeached by the Senate, especially with this new Senate we have, then that means he can't run for president again, which is the big win that I'm really hoping for. Because there's been a lot of talk about, you know, before the riots happened, they're like, yeah, he didn't get elected, but like he's probably going to try to run again in 4 years because he has the support. He has like 49% of the country backing him up, which is insane. And so yeah, I'm just really hoping it goes through so that I don't have an orange butthole mouth person as my president again. Really, really hoping.
Because then I mean, like, if all this kind of goes down again, then Dre and I are just gonna have to go take a trip somewhere. We're just gonna have to
a permanent trip.
Go somewhere.
I don't know.
Or just have to go on a vacation that we just don't know when the end date's gonna happen.
Whoops!
Gonna
have to apply for green cards in different countries, but we're just going on vacation. No, I'm just kidding. No,
which was interesting. I was talking to my mom about, you know, I think we mentioned this before in the podcast, but I want to move to another country eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And to the countries I want to go to, I want to either live in Korea or Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And both of those, you cannot have dual citizenships.
You can't.
So I'm like, And I was talking to my mom, and I was like, yeah, I think there's like, yeah, no, you can't have dual citizenships. But mom's like, oh, so what are you gonna do? Give up your citizenship? I said, yeah.
I mean, honestly,
my citizenship here. I mean, what else am I gonna do? I'm like, I've always been like, you know, United States, yeah, all good, fine. But like the other world is just so interesting. And
it is.
I just feel more interested in what's going on around than I do in my own state, in my own country. And people are going to probably be in an uproar about it, but that's just like my own opinion. And we all preach about freedom of speech and whatever, but.
Well, and I think I've been seeing a lot of this discourse going around on Twitter. It's like America is far behind other countries now, far behind in terms of our healthcare situation and how we treat our poor, and like you know, our unemployment is like absurd. Of course, it's due to COVID, y'all. I understand. It's just like now it's like we're the laughingstock of like the world, and we have been for like a while now. And having number one, Trump is our president, and number two, with the Capitol riots, it's kind of signaled to like all the other countries, like, okay, this solidified, like America has definitely slipped. And I don't think it's a bad thing that we're kind of falling a few pegs. But I just don't, it's just not this. Are we lucky that we were able to be born in America and have the rights and have the freedoms that we do have? Yes. But there's also all these other countries now that are like with us and past us in terms of like how they live in a society and their freedoms and their healthcare and like this, that, and the other shit. And so it's like, if you're willing to like live in a different country and learn their language and like, you know, absorb into another culture, like I say, fucking go for it. It's like, who cares? It's like America isn't as great as it used to be. And like, I'll always love this country, but like, it just, the sparkle in my eye for it is like long, long gone. Like, I only love it because I was just born here and it's all I know. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I know what you mean. And then it's just, I don't know. You see all in like the news, like of other countries doing other things and how it's just more put together. And yes, there's like turmoils in other countries and things like that. But I don't know. I don't want my kids to have to grow up where they have to worry about school shootings.
Yeah.
And
that cuts deep.
and I mean, in a way, like you and I were at Purdue when there was a school shooting.
Yeah, we talked about that in another podcast. Yeah.
There's
crazy.
I don't know the percentage, but you could probably talk to, out of the 10 Americans, you could probably at least 4 out of 10 will tell you that yes, their school or they were part of a school shooting. And it's ridiculous. And I don't want that. I don't want that anxiety on my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that there's other anxieties, like, you know, in like Korea and Japan, where you have to have this like bar set to be so, I don't know, driven for school and everything, that you feel like you're lost. And yeah, we're kind of like liberal and free here with school, but that also is reflected in our test scores. But
Yeah.
I don't want that scary stigma, or like the police, and like having to worry about walking late at night and things like that. And I know some of that is in other countries too, like you shouldn't walk late at night, but you know,
we like the education front in our country is like so bad. Because everyone's like, cut taxes. Like all these states are like, cut taxes. Well, then that means like education is usually the first one to boot. And so that's a big reason why. And then also there's a ton of gentrification, and like, yeah, the school shooting thing, like that's such bullshit. I think Sandy Hook happened in like 2011 or 12. And like ever since then, it's been just like fucking constant. And like last year was the first year that school shootings went way down, and that's just because no one could go anywhere. And it's crazy that the country had to go in a lockdown so that high schoolers would stop shooting other high schoolers. Like fucking bonkers. Like,
I know.
You know, and I don't know. And the one thing I do appreciate about this country is the diversity. Even if we're still having diversity issues, like, you know, in terms of like hiring and all those like police. But I also still think that's probably a problem everywhere, to some degree. We as white people, you're a person of color, but like as a white person, like no matter where I go, I won't have a problem with that. But I think that's bullshit. Like I would also like to be treated equal as everyone else.
Like I have so many people of like different color and like what they identify with as friends. And I know I say I don't have a lot of friends, but I do have a lot of people that are close to me.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how you could not love different races. Like it's just like
the personality before the skin color, you know what I mean? Like
it's such an experience. Like, I don't know about you guys. I absolutely love Black women. I love the attitudes they bring. I love their style. Like, please give me some of that. Like, give me some of that sass. I love everything about them. And like Asians, like just everything about, I don't know, I understand. Like, they have such a like deep culture, and even if they are like Asian American or anything like that, like they still have like such unique personalities, and everybody does, even like Caucasians and Hispanics and just everybody. I don't know how you cannot love just having to meet a different culture. Like we all freak out about accents, but yet when it comes to like equality, we just go, no thanks, I'm gonna pass that one. No, I really want you to keep talking to me, but you don't get the same rights as me.
So fucking stupid. My thing with accents specifically is like, if someone has an accent, that means they're fluent in 2 languages and you're fucking not. So like, step off your fucking high horse. Like all these Americans who are like, I can't understand him because his accent is too strong, or like, you know, I'm like, fuck off, dude. Like at least, you know, like I'm sorry to boil it down to that, but like, you know, I just remember, because we both went to a really diverse college, and I would have, it was mostly like Asian people. There were a few people from Africa in our department, but I mean, all of the Asian people were always like, I'm so sorry about my accent, this, that, and the other shit. And I'm just like, dude, if I can understand you, then you've done your job. And I can understand you. Like, the point of language is to know enough so that way you can get across your point, even if the grammar isn't perfect. So like, you know, and you just, it's hard when like on the outside looking in, like we're not the ones like speaking a different language. We want to perfect it. We want to be able to be understood. And it's like, no, dude, like I understand you. And like, especially like you know, I had classmates I would talk to like all the time. And like, you like learn like their little nuances in their language. And then like, you can understand them better than other people. And it's like, oh, we had like this little friendship. Like, so anyway, shout out to Chang Sen. If you watch this, he, number one, got me through grad school. Number two, he's from Taiwan. And he would make those comments. He'd be like, I'm sorry about my English. And I was like, you probably have some of the best English I've heard from anyone from a different country at this college. So like, please stop apologizing. But
yeah, I've had like people that spoke different languages and they always were like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, why are you sorry?
Why are you sorry?
You don't understand. Like, I guess you do understand. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but like you understand, like English is really difficult. And the fact that you can even articulate some sort of sentence to me, I'm just like, thank you. Now teach me. Like teach me so I can say something to you in your own language so you feel comfortable. Like I don't want to take all that burden. That's why for me, I wanted to learn so many different languages because my family speaks so many different languages. Like my family is very diverse. And a lot of them took the time to boil down to learn English so they can transcend and talk through to everybody. But who's I to say like, okay, yeah, you spoke English. Now that's it. Like, I don't need to do anything else. Like, no, that's why I started learning Japanese. So I can start talking to my cousins that are Japanese and, you know, like in Spanish, like my family speaks Spanglish. Yeah. And people were like, that's not Spanish. Honey, it is Spanish. It is a own language when you can go like, and you're just in Spanish mode. Like, yes. So everyone who speaks Spanglish, they understand what I'm talking about.
It's the America First mentality. It's the English is the only way because it's the best way because America's the best. It's like that fucking bullshit. And like, I even see it like with my parents, like my mom, like she'll ask every now and then, she's like, oh, are you keeping up on your Korean? And I'm like, no. But you know, they're just like, at least do you understand the lyrics in a K-pop song? Cause like, I very rarely bring up that I listen to K-pop around my parents. But sometimes they're like, did you at least understand the words? And I'm like, no, but I at least learn like 5 new words a year. Like I'm getting there. And then, you know, there's like my dad, like every time I bring up K-pop, he like kind of grumbles under his breath and probably just wishes that I only listen to like English songs. I'm like, who, like, America doesn't have the best music. And plus it's all like relative, you know what I mean? So like, what's the harm?
Yeah.
It's fucking music.
My dad's the same way because he's always like, speak English. I'm like, Dad, do you not understand like the beauty of people speaking multiple languages? Like, yeah, because I saw like a video. It's like, okay, what language do you find the most appealing when you hear it spoke? And to me, it's like Asian, like Asian languages are what's fascinating for me.
Language. Yeah,
I also like how Koreans sound. I also like how Japanese sound because I know when I speak Japanese, my voice goes up, and I'm just like, it's so cute. I love it. Yeah. I love it. And I even like Chinese as general. So like Mandarin, Cantonese, all that. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I really like it. And my dad's the same way. He grumbles every time I say I listen to something in a different language. He's like, what? You don't even know what's going on. I said, I don't have to. Like music is about like how they present themselves, how the beat goes, and it's like a whole orchestrated event. So yes, I love it. I love multiple language in songs. So
I will make one last point about music is that a lot of these fucking artists over here having the corny ass lyrics that they keep repeating over and over and over again. Like, you know, there's, I forget which song it was, but they rhymed like trust with us and like the first 2 lines. And I was like, nope, I'm out. Like, I know what the song's going to be about. Everyone rhymes trust with us. Like, I'm out. And that's why I like listening to other languages in music because I can't understand what they're saying. So if they're saying something like super fucking corny, like I won't know. So I can literally just focus on how it sounds and like what the music is like. And that's why I like it. Would I like to be able to understand it someday? Yes, but that's why I'm not rushing because I'm just like, I can be oblivious. So I don't have to ruin my favorite songs by their lyrics.
I feel like we just went on this whole rant of
Oh my God, we did.
Like what happened. But to be honest, this is what we missed. Like the whole time we were gone, the whole country had flipped into this some sort of like catastrophic tear down. And now I see videos are like, hey, America, are you good?
No, we're not.
No, we're not good. We're not good.
Mm-mm. We're not good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you hear my dog in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I think he just woke
waking up. Send help, please. Thank you. Also, sorry, guys, that my background's getting weird. One of my lights went out, and if I'm not well lit, then my green screen kind of goes to shit. Also, we chose these backgrounds because we're the Brew Queens, so we wanted to make you feel like you're in a coffee shop with us. So.
And this was like the most like, I keep saying like, and that's really annoying.
I say all the time.
This is the most aesthetically pleasing to me because I hope one day my house is like this. And I love lights. I love light fixtures. So if I could get something like this or kind of like this as a chandelier, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Be absolutely. Chef kisses.
Chef kisses. Okay. I guess one more topic I want to bring up real quick. And then I guess go to our recommendations.
Yeah, because we kind of like spent most of the time like catching up on what the fuck happened to America. Like, I don't think we could have a whole segment on what the fuck happened to America.
God.
But we can try it. And excuse the potty mouth, but this is me normally.
Listen, dude, I've been fucking cursing this entire time. But I guess to end on something a little light and fun, I know a lot of people are like, fuck resolutions, because you shouldn't need January to start like your new habit or whatever. But I like them. So I didn't know if you had any, Kat, or if you're also in just like the I don't care camp or like whatever.
So
pulling out.
We're gonna talk about this, huh? We're gonna talk about this. Okay. So
okay.
I just lost it. I just lost the headphone. Okay, hold on. Okay. So before we start all this, I want to make this clear for everybody. I have very bad anxiety. And one of my ways to curb my anxiety is I write lists down because I get overwhelmed and then my mind goes a mile a minute and then I just sit and I'm docile because I'm so overwhelmed. You can't beauty mode. I made a list for 2020 on what the things that I accomplished.
Okay.
And then I wrote, because I felt like 2020 was a complete asshole to everybody.
It was.
But I needed to remind myself, although the world went to shit, I still accomplished things.
Okay. I love this. Bring it on.
And then I wrote stuff for 2021, what I'm going to do with myself.
Okay. Bring it on.
Homegirl going to get off her ass and she's going to work out more.
Yes.
That went to shit in 2020. I was working out a lot. And then the whole pandemic took over and all the gyms closed. So I tried working out at home, but I live on the third floor and I do a lot of HIIT workouts and that's a lot of jumping. And on the third floor, that's really bad. So I fell off that bandwagon. I need to work on my Japanese more. So I can take my fluency test. So I put that on there.
I love it.
I've been falling behind. I'm playing my piano. So
I'm
setting some time a week, like a couple days a week so I can play. I miss my piano so much. She's collecting dust.
Touch her again, girl. Touch her again.
Yes. And then I am getting my shit ready for school. Like I need to like really get stuff done. Like I'm sick of going to school. I need to be done.
Yes.
So I'm spending 2021 making sure that I'm on the right track so I can be done in like a couple years.
Bless, girl. I'm right there with
unless you. Unless the shit takes off, then
right. Then like fuck it, you know what I mean? I also wrote my shit down. Yeah. I also wrote my shit down, but I don't know if you want me to go get it.
Yes.
All right,
I want you to tell me what you have accomplished.
Well, nothing. Hold on, BRB.
Oh.
Okay. I'm back. All right. So
I want to hear what you did.
I do have book.
What you're gonna do.
Yes. So
we
in
love
20,
her. We see her.
We see her. We appreciate her. We actually bought her in 2017 and then never used it. But I was like, in order to keep track of my shit, I'm gonna actually use one of these. So where's the part where you like write down? I promise I'm getting there. Okay. So 2020 was probably my worst year in terms of like body image and body confidence. Simply because at the end of 19, halfway through the 2019 was when I was finishing grad school, and basically my fitness and my health went to shit. And then 2020 is supposed to be the year that I was supposed to get back on my shit. And then that did not happen because I also stopped going to my gym, and I never carved out time to work out at home. So I decided that this year I would like to set an actual arbitrary goal of losing 15 pounds. And then yes. And like in here it asks like what, why, and how. And so like my what was just like better lifestyle choices in general. Like I'm turning 30 this year. And so like I'm already feeling my body falling apart. So I'm like, let's just like, along with losing 15 pounds, like for health and aesthetics, like let's just bring it all together, and like with food. And so I'm trying to incorporate more veggies, more exercise, and a positive mindset. And
love it. I love it.
I know.
Absolutely.
And I wrote some other bullets like down here, but like one of the things I wrote down, because I think it's very important, is that people will love you no matter your size. So like I know like Kat will love me, my mom and dad, my sister, like, cause like all of my friends, I love you all. And I know that no matter what size I am, I don't care what size you are, Kat, like, cause I just love you. And I know that's the way everyone feels about me. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, yes, I want to change for like aesthetic reasons and for health reasons, but even if I don't, and then, but
I'm still gonna love you.
I know, thank you. But then, like, to wrap up really quickly, even if I don't lose 15 pounds, at least getting back into regularly exercising, because I do want to get stronger, and then reading more books. So yes,
queen.
Which I will say, I have not picked up a book yet. In January, I've been keeping one by my nightstand, and I still haven't opened it yet. But that's because I won't put down the YouTube. So, still got a ways to go on that. But those are my resolutions.
Yep. And so you have a quote for this year, like what you're living by was just to love yourself, because we're all gonna love you. Is that your quote?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
love it.
Myself, because everyone else loves me. So
I love it.
Yeah. Yay.
I love it. I also have my 2021 quote.
Okay.
To combat my anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
I put, stop thinking that there's an expectation and expiration date for when you think you need to have things done. Your life is how you do it. Nobody's telling you you need to have things done by this time. So remember, Van Gogh didn't start painting until he was in his late 20s. You don't need to have your shit together till later either.
Yes.
So that is what I'm going by.
And I mean, like,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, I've always had like this mentality, like when I was in my 20s, like I needed to have my full-time job. I needed to have like everything figured out, and needed my shit together, and like I needed to finally find somebody and start thinking about getting married later on and all this other stuff. And like, boom, reality, boom, reality, boom, reality. Like not everybody's story is the same. So I wrote that down, that my story is just going to be a little different than everybody else's.
Yes. I also fell into the same trap. And anyone who is older than us will tell you the exact same thing. They're just like, your story doesn't have to begin at 22. Like, your best story could begin at 50. You just don't know. So just like stop sweating the small stuff if you can. It'll work out.
This is what Brew Queens, it's your time to do whatever the hell you want, babies.
Yes, baby. Cheers to that. I love it.
Black hole in my hand.
I know. Does she have a mug? Does she not? All right. Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, patty whack, give a dog a bone. Let's do this thing, girl.
Yes. Okay.
So we're gonna do recommendations then. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Do you want me to go?
All right.
Or you go?
Do you have one? I am ready if you're ready. Okay, go right ahead.
Well, I am starting off the year strong with basically just pulling a Katie and recommending music. Girl, I know.
Okay, hold on. What do you got for me?
I know you personally have already listened to this song. But it's by Kai from EXO. You know what I'm talking about. That little sexy little number he does.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But anyway, I actually listened to his whole album that he released late last year.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I listened to it today, and it is all very good. I can tell it's basically like 6 songs about having sex with someone, but like it still sounds like really, really good. So I'm so sorry to everyone who doesn't listen to K-pop, but like Kai is from the group EXO, and that they are a phenomenal group from Korea, and you should definitely check it out. So I'll put it down below.
Love it. I'm all about supporting people that are smaller.
Oh.
So I'm also doing songs too. I'm doing one song, and this kind of blew up on TikTok, and I really like it. And to go off of our whole resolutions, loving ourselves, quit putting expectations on us, fuck people who think that like we can't be pretty for who we are. The song is called I'm Not Pretty by Jessica.
Okay.
And we'll put it below. And I think a lot of people have heard it if you are on TikTok. It is a fantastic song. And it's a perfect representation of like, yeah, who gives a fuck if you are a size 16, a size 2, a size 6? Nobody cares. As long as you rock what you got, it doesn't matter. So
exactly.
I'm Not Pretty by Jessica is the perfect song for that. Why did that sound like I was just like an infomercial?
I would implore you to listen to
But no. It really is a good song. So take a listen to it if you have not. So take a look, listen. Welcome back, babies. We're here.
Welcome back.
This whole podcast was just us being like, what the fuck just happened? Like, we just came back to this clusterfuck. And I just want to say, we're back.
Listen, cheers to 2021. I swear it can't get much worse than 2020. So, listen, we're going to fight through another year. We're going to get through it all together. So, don't worry about it, queens.
We got it. And we're going to bring back some fun topics. We're going to be hip to this new lingo in our late 20s.
Sure. I can't guarantee.
We're going to try it.
But we'll try. All right, guys. So I'm going to link it all down below, but if you aren't already, follow us at Kat and Dre on Instagram. That is the only way you're going to know when we upload our videos, unless, get ready, I'm about to do the real YouTuber thing. If you hit that subscribe button and you hit the notification bell, it's so stupid.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway.
No, keep going. I love it. Keep going. You're doing great.
If you want to, you can. Like, it's like whatever. It's a free country. Do whatever the hell you want. So, but yeah, at the very least, follow us on Kat and Dre. That's where we put all the fun stuff. So
yes, and we're gonna be putting this on YouTube. So hopefully, like You guys want to see what we look like, and I'm so sorry. I'm not a beauty guru, so we're doing the best that we can for the time that we have. But if you want to see us, please leave a lovely comment. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Go
right.
Look at our faces. All right, y'all.
All right. Oh my gosh. All right, bye.
Bye. Cheers to season 2. Roll the outro music.